Okay, everyone, we are back with one of our favorite free events called I Love Tools, because we all love tools. And I'm going to give you a warning that in this one, when we did the rehearsal, all of the master crafters presenting today all wanted to buy the other person's tool. So I'm just saying we were all revved up at the end. So just get ready. And I am thrilled you're all coming on from all different places. It is so much fun to have you join us here on this event. Uh, Write this down. This is a coupon code you're going to want. And I'm going to tell you why. It gives you 30% off. It's the holiday coupon, IL Tools, all you need for everything over at craftcast.com. It also will give you free shipping in the US at Cool Tools. And a lot of things we're showing you today are available over at Cool Tools. So that's all you need to know. IL Tools. If you forget it, no worries. You'll get an email that'll recap all of this for you. So, but write it down. I'm just letting you know. So with that, look at all those smiling faces that we have up there. Miss Wiz Stern, Miss Pam East, Miss Mags Bono, Mr. Patrick Cusick, and Ms. Shelley Nordman, who are all going to show you things you're going to want to play with. And I was saying to everyone before that the really, I think, great things about I Love Tools is every tools, it comes with the CraftCast stamp of approval. So everyone, they've tried to make sure that they don't show a tool if it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? They love these tools because of how great they work. So that's a great way to know when you're getting something, you're going to see that, oh, it's been gone through a lot of testing and it really works. So, right, you guys, you don't give out a tool unless you love it. I know how you all are. So we are going to start with Ms. Wiz Stern over in the UK. Let me show you a few things of hers first before there's her cute smiling picture. That's you, darling. All right, I'm going to stop on a few of these. This is a class that Wiz has done that's available on CraftCast that you can get with your coupon code. These Christmas ornaments to die for a cute, and you don't have to use silver for these. You could use some other base metals, so that'll be great.
We were just talking before the recording started that, with the price of silver, base metals are, going to have their moment again. So, you can make these in silver if you want, and I have, but base metals are great for these little Christmas trees.
Exactly. And the puffy heart, very, very, very popular. We love the little puffy
You're
heart.
obsessed with that puffy heart.
I am. Well, look at that face. Hello. So also someone just asked how long are the coupon codes? I should have said that. Cool Tools will last till the end of the month, free ship in the US. The one Cool Tools, I Love Tools for CraftCast lasts through the 23rd, I believe it is. So there you go. Everyone can get all their little Christmas goodies. You can get gift cards also at CraftCast. I'm sure you could probably get gift cards also at Cool Tools, but what a great gift for people who are into loving their tools. All right, wait, I have more to show you that Wiz teaches us. She just did this class. How frigging darn cute are those angels? And she shows how to even add some color. That's why the one on the left has the cute little pink wings. Adorable, adorable, adorable. You could make them bigger from base metal. All of that is there. There's templates in this class. Are there templates in this one?
There's templates for all of them. I gave you templates
all the pieces,
for three different sizes. So you can make them as earrings. The earrings are so freaking tiny and so cute.
Yes.
Right the way up to like quite a large size sort of Christmas tree decoration, which I actually made in polymer clay.
She shows how to do
I'm
polymer
not
clay,
a polymer clay artist, but I did manage to make one in polymer clay. So the templates work for silver clay and polymer clay. It'll work for base metals as well. So yeah, totally adaptable.
So freaking cute to be able to wear it or decorate a tree. And then this is another great class of Wiz's, which is a pendant with that heart. So you get to learn how to set a gemstone, how to make that look of a heart back together again. Another fabulous popular class that we all love. The textures, you learn it all. I think it's fabulous.
this class was kind of aimed at, the very beginners,
That's
first
what I
time
said.
opening
Yeah.
a packet kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's there's so many techniques that will kind of set you up for your metal clay journey for the rest of your life, if you want to, go down that route, or just use it as a one-off fun little thing to make.
Right. You can simplify it, make it harder. And as Wiz always reminds me, people will buy their package and they're afraid to open it because, they don't want to ruin it. Great class for this. So, Paula just said she's making an angel right now. Great tutorial. Yay, Paula. Definitely send us a picture of what you end
Yeah,
up making because we love seeing all that.
share that on
Uh,
the Fun with Craftcast Facebook page, Paul. I would love to
Oh yeah,
see.
chat with Craftcast. Wiz will
That's the
put
one.
that in there. That's our Facebook page where we'll let you in as a crafter, so you can share your pictures. You can ask questions. Something didn't work, or you forgot something you heard. Make sure to come over to there. Strictly crafting and fun, which is what we like to use that for. And wait, there's something else. Can't remember. Oh, so then Ms. Stern decided to do something where these are fidget pendants. So they wiggle both ways. She shows you how to do it. So they flip around. So when you're like maybe on a Zoom right now or doing something you can't think and you need to play with something. Tell me how I know that. So there's lentil beads, texturing, and movement in here. Really, really fun. And what a great piece to come up with at the end. So that's another class. And I think
And shout out to Pam East for the amazing textures on
oh,
some of
right.
those.
Please. Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Yes. And we will show some of Pam. You'll see everything. I'm just saying, get ready to buy stuff. Is all I can say. Yes, definitely how to use all the textures. So much fun. And then this is the tool that Ms. Wiz is going to show us now that I didn't even need to hear what the tool, I'm exposing a little bit about myself. I didn't even need to know what the tool did. I just thought it was so darn cute in the box and bright red. I wanted it, just admitting to me. So, but now I'm going to run the video and Ms. Wiz, tell us what this adorable tool does.
So this is a reciprocating sander, and I'll be perfectly honest, this was an impulse buy. I'd seen it advertised a couple of times and I thought, I wonder if that's usable, but it's going to have to be adapted. It's not going to work straight off for what we want to do with it. So I bit the bullet and I got hold of one, and I've managed to find a way to make it work for what we need to work it with. And I'm sure there are lots of different ways of using it. I'm still playing with it. I'm still experimenting with it, but I absolutely love it.
And reciprocating just means hitting back and forth like a hammer.
Yeah,
right?
backwards and forwards. So you'll
Yeah.
see in a minute actually how it works. But yeah, it's basically a sander, and it was developed and sold for sanding, like those little plastic aeroplane kits that people do.
Okay.
And then perhaps you haven't got a join that's quite perfect, or your glue spurged out or something. It's for sanding the tiny little areas on plastic models and that kind of stuff, I guess. It's not a world I know anything about, but I was like,
And
we have a use for this.
Right. So, because it can get into all those little nooks and crannies.
Little tiny nooks and crannies, and really speed up sanding in tiny places that you would normally have to, scrunch up sandpaper to get into. I'm actually demonstrating it on a flat surface, but I have used it in little tiny areas as well, and it's just fabulous. And it comes in the box. Look at the box. I love the box.
Yeah.
It comes with lots of different little heads, and they're all sorts of different shapes for getting into different shape nooks and crannies. So this one's slightly kind of curved, and I've got one up here. This one's got a pointy tip on it. This one's really useful. So lots of different shaped heads. It comes with sandpaper. I have used the sandpaper, but some of these grits are a bit hard for what we're doing and what we're using. So I've been using it differently. So what I've been doing is I've been sticking a double-sided sticky foam pad. So sticky pad, double-sided, slightly foamy. And I've just been, cutting off a little square of this or whatever shape I needed, sticking it to the head of the tool, and then sticking on the polishing papers that we all know and love so much. So I'm just sticking on a tiny little bit here and then just chop that to size. I haven't cut it exactly to exactly the size of the head. It doesn't matter too much. So that's what I do to get the thing set up. And then you stick the head on the tool like this, and you push the button. You'll see what I mean reciprocating. It goes backwards and forwards. It just goes backwards and forwards. That's what it does. But if you've got something you want to polish, or you've got a small area you need to get into, every time I'm making one pass with my hand, the machine is making 3 or 4 passes. So you're doing like so much more work with hardly any effort whatsoever.
Wow.
I'm just absolutely loving this thing. It's got 3 speed settings, so you can go really hard and fast if you want to. And when I first got this thing, I had like a scrap old bezel thing, and I just played with it, and oh my days, it shined it up so quick. And then when I'm done with it, I just pull off the sticky pad, get rid of all the stickiness, and get ready to stick on my next polishing sanding pad or whatever it is I'm going to be polishing with next, going down through the grits, or whether I'm sanding in the dry stage or whatever. It's just fabulous. I just love it, Alison. I just love it.
I,
And it lights up funny colors as well.
I mean, it is
Nice.
an amazing little tool. I agree with you because of getting into all those small spaces. Now, what else did I want to oh, I saw it was rechargeable, which is great. Does it hold a charge for some time?
Yeah, it does. I'm getting probably about 2, maybe not quite 2 hours out of it, maybe an hour and a half out of it. But with the speed that it works at compared to like hand polishing, or if I was just going to do a little bit of sanding, then it's plenty enough to do what I need to do. And what I'm tending to do is use it for a bit and do some work with it. Pop it on charge while I perhaps do some work with, just by hand sanding or polishing or whatever. And then by which time I'm ready to, take it off charge and go again. But yeah, it is holding its charge pretty good. It feels powerful in your hands. It's really good. And as I say, it's got 3 different speeds
And
depending on how hard.
what speed do you normally use?
I'm actually going for kind of the middle speed most of the time. I find as I'm getting to the higher end grits when I'm polishing, so like the 5th paper or the 6th paper, I'm finding going faster seems to work better
Okay.
somehow. But I think if I were when I'm perhaps doing in the dry stage with sandpaper on it, then I'm going a little bit slower. So I'm not, I feel it could get too powerful and could, sand off too much if you weren't careful with it.
That's interesting. All right. So you are doing it in the green stage. Excuse me. And
Yeah, only in a small way on the green stage and with very high grits, to be honest.
right. Okay. And what grits do you normally use? Because you just said, and I opened mine up and I saw it came with some sandpapers, but you just said you're not using those. Why is that?
No, I've not been using those. I've been using because I've been putting sandpaper on the sticky pad just to kind of soften it a little bit because I feel like I haven't tried it with just sandpaper straight on the head, but I feel like
Okay.
particularly in the greenware stage, it might not be quite so even or smooth with the sanding. So I'm using that sticky pad to I don't know, just cushion it a little bit.
Cushion
So
it. Okay.
yeah, and I'm finding that's working really well for me.
I think it's a great little tool. Oh, well, let's just take a question before we move on to Mr. Patrick. Sarah wants to know, she's not familiar with the sanding paper you used. What product was that?
Okay, so those are polishing papers. I've only ever known them as polishing papers. Pam might know if they come from 3M or whether there's something else, but they come in
I
6
think they're
different
three.
grits.
Yeah, I think they're
Um,
3M.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they come in 6 different grits, if you like. You start with the dark green one and you work your way down to the white one. And they're for polishing. I mean, we do use them in the greensware stage. Mostly use them on fired silver for actual polishing. If you want a really, really high shine, it's like of a smooth surface. It's my way to go. I would always use the polishing papers. Although I know Pam has just done an amazing polishing CRAFTCAST, which I haven't had a chance to catch up with. But until that, I'm using the polishing papers, and I just love them.
I think that Cool Tools sells those, right? If you want to take
I'm
advantage of.
99%
Yeah,
sure
I
Cool
would
Tools
think
sell them.
so
Metal
too.
Play certainly do. That's where I get mine from.
Yeah,
I
and
think it's
save
called
your.
Triamite.
Oh, thank you, Pam.
It's made by 3M, but it's their Triamite polishing papers.
Yeah, they're great. They're
Thank you,
totally
Pam.
great. Yes, that's right, Pam. Well, we're going to talk about that in a second because I ended up buying the tumbler from that particular class. So just a warning, you're going to want things. What can I tell you? All right, everyone, that link for that great little hand tool is in the handout. So just click through there. And if you use that, we can actually keep track of, because it's sort of fun, how many that we sell and what works. And I don't know, maybe they'll want to be a sponsor on a show at some point. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wiz, for giving us another, and it's even red for the holidays. So I'm sure you planned that. All right, Patrick. I can't believe you hadn't told me about this tool before. Wait, someone's saying, where's the handout? If you came on, Misty will put it in. It's if you came on before the handout last was put in, you can't get it. So here, I'll plop it in right now. We'll just keep putting it in. And if you want to watch the recording, it'll be in your craftcast.com library with the handout as well. Tools on the screen, much purchase. I know. I know. There it is again, too, for everyone. Okay, so Patrick hadn't told me about this. When we're coming up with tools, he goes, oh, how about this idea, this self-leveling table that works when you're doing resin, so everything's self-level. I'm like, how did you not tell me about this before? So, Patrick.
Yes.
I want to, well, no, you're going to talk about some of your classes first in your video.
Yes.
I might pause, which I'm going to pause right now, because that class, look at those rings, freaking gorgeous, metal clay and resin, and then little tricks he used to make the resin that color.
Well, that and a quick trip to the hardware paint section to get the color in the background.
I know. I
which are just paint chips from.
Yeah. But take the class. Yeah. It's really,
it's
I
great.
can't believe he figured it out that way. And then how would you, this was called a Renaissance something, right? What did we call it?
Yes, Renaissance replay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was just looking at Renaissance jewelry and thought I could do that in metal clay.
Sure you could.
And put a twist on it. And so what I didn't realize is how much resin I actually do use in some of these classes,
Right.
And so it's nice to be able to show stuff like this, which that paper that's in there, you can kind of see is it's an older paper. And when you put it into the resin, it turns transparent and all you see is the ink. And so that's how you get that layered effect. It's really kind of cool.
Another great class of Patrick's.
It has to be old paper, though. It can't be the new stuff.
I don't even remember what we call this. I just know that I fell in love with the twig you did with the leaf on there.
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun.
Gorgeous. Another one of all these classes you can find on craftcast.com.
Yeah, and that you can see there's stone setting, and this is the latest one with carving with the micromotor, and all that the surfaces are carved, and then I put resin on top. And then this also shows stone setting as well, which is really nice, having a bezel cup and showing how to use that. So you get a lot of different techniques in this one as well.
And the carving tool, do we have that? I guess you showed it in that class. That's another great little tool that you want to look at. It's
that should be on my favorite tool, shouldn't it?
We did. No, you did that, didn't you?
Did we?
Did you do that? The last.
You did it in the last
tools?
I Love Tools. Yeah.
No wonder I like it so much.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This all sounds
deja
familiar.
vu.
Yeah, you'll see it.
More
it's
coffee.
It's another great tool to carve with. It's really fun. You took the carving class. Okay, Marianne, thank you. It is a great class, right? All right, so now, after all is said and done, here is the tool.
Right.
Oh, wait, one more, sorry.
Well, one more. Yeah, one more. This was the one with the cyanotype. And we did cyanotype on fabric and then layered it inside of a piece of jewelry with resin.
Right? How cool are those?
Yeah, those guys were fun.
All right,
okay,
so now,
so yes.
I'll run the video. You talk to us.
Okay, you can pause here for a second. Oh,
wait.
Well, how I usually in the past, what I would do is something like this, and I would put the piece in a little dish of rice, and that levels it out, which great, and that works fine. But if you look at the next one, if you go forward, a lot of times there's you have some of these larger molds to use, and so what I would do is just, you can see on the left hand side, I just sort of prop it up, and then I have to to eyeball it or get out the level and all that kind of stuff. Well, this new table that I discovered, it's new and new to me, is really great because it has a built-in leveling device in the middle, so you can see the the little dot move around, and it's great because it levels not only forward and backwards, but left and right as well. And I think you can
How
move
crazy is
forward
that, though?
on
What a great,
this.
yeah, there it is. So you can
Yeah,
see
there it
exactly
is.
how to get it even and not be guessing.
Yes, absolutely. And it's difficult sometimes, especially when you have a regular level that you get at the hardware store. It's not one of these, right? And so what you'll do is you'll just have these little adjustable legs that are on the bottom, and no matter how tilted your table is, you can just make an adjustment to these and look at the leveler and make an absolute level surface, and then you don't have to worry about things sort of being uneven looking or anything like that when you have your resin poured. It also comes with a silicon mat, and it's shiny on one side and matte on the other, and which is really nice because you can just clean up super, super easy. So once the table is set, all you do is plop them down, and you can see that it just has it's level, but then on the bottom, well, it's kind of hard to see on that one, but the table wasn't really level. Now, on something like this, I still do use the rice method, but now that I know that the table is level, it's really just a matter of just setting it down and pressing it in gently. And there's no guessing here. I mean, the other way that I would do it, was guessing. But it was nice. It has the leveler, it has the feet, the mat, and it comes, I think, with some sort of a towel there to do your cleanup. And it's really great that, especially for the larger pieces that have a flat back, and then also if you're doing a lot of production work. A friend of mine does like bottle caps where she fills with resin and makes magnets and earrings and stuff like that. You can set up a whole bunch of them, and they're all going to be level when you're done with it. So I like this tool. It's great.
Right? I mean, I love how everyone's responding to it. I know everyone's like, what? It's a great tool. The link's in the handout, everyone, the exact one that Patrick is using there with the silicone mat. So check it out there. I forget what the measurement is. Do you remember, Patrick?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
It wasn't like a
12 by
16.
16.
Okay.
I think 12 by
that
16.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
And they have this one, and they have one in glass as well. But we're trying to figure out, well, I'm not sure, it looks nice. That's probably the benefit to that, so unless you're doing, I'm just thinking out loud right now, I guess unless you're trying to cure it on the table with a UV, I'm not sure why you would need the glass. So
Yeah.
I think the silicone mat's much more what you would use.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah. That's perfect for
and
that.
the cleanup, like I said, with that silicone mat is just great.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe the glass is so that you could, if it's clear glass, that you can see the bubble of the level through it.
Well,
Okay.
If you want to do that.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things like when you want to make sure something's level, that this is a great thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, a great little device. So, okay, we love that. The Santa list is growing, right? Thank you, Patrick. I love this one. I think it's a great tool. Enjoy, click through. Any questions, just plop them in the chat box. All right, next we have Ms. Pammy's. Okay, just ready. You're going to want this one too. I'm just telling you guys, this one is so friggin' cool. Let me show off Pam a little bit first. She did some classes that we loved. This is the one that we were just talking about. It's her boot camp of how to finish, polish, and do everything to your metal clay pieces. You learn everything in here. This is an extremely popular class because she gives you all the tips and tricks of how to make sure your piece looks professional. I learned so much in this one too, Pam. I was like, oh, that's why
I wish when I was first starting out, that this class was around.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really, really excellent. And I ended up buying the tumbler that you suggested in there, the magnetic tumbler, because I'm like, what? So anyway, check out that class. It's fantastic. Misty, if you can find that link, just throw that right into the chat box there so everyone has it. It's an excellent must-have class when you're doing this kind of work. I did make this. Sarah said she already ordered her pen. It's so funny. This uses Pam's templates. Now, I am not skilled highly in the metal clay world, but I was able to make one of these, and it looked like I knew what I was doing pretty good, right, Pam?
You
told
did.
me
You did a great job.
Thank you. And it's because of how she has the template set up to make it really doable for us that don't have huge amount of skills. Another
And
great
not
class.
use a lot of silver.
Right, and not use a lot of silver.
Which is...
But it looks substantial. It looks like a real piece. So it's great. And then, do I have one more in here? I can't remember. Oh, you tell everyone what this is, Pam.
Oh, so right now, so I just put all of my samples and all of the jewelry I've been making up on Etsy. And it's all 20% off this week or until the 20th. And so if you're looking for a gift for the holidays, now is the time.
Oh, yeah. And
you
don't
can
need
see
a
if you look
coupon
down
code.
at the bottom there, you don't need a coupon code, and you can see a lot of my classes down. It's like there's my
Yes.
Tree of Life class.
Yes,
there's
you're
my
right. You're
there's
right.
my my glass setting class.
Right.
And then the Christmas tree, right, is the one I'm doing today. So
It's, yeah.
So if you want to own one of my pieces, here's your chance.
Yes. Oh, they're all beautiful too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So a little backstory. I say to Pam, what do you want to show for I Love Tools? And then she says, oh, I think the gold plating pen. And then she goes, I just thought of the perfect thing to show how to make for earrings. And I'm like, okay. And then I always love from Pam, I'll be sitting on the couch. She's a few hours earlier than me. And it'll be 9 o'clock and I'll get text from Pam. Okay, this is coming out or this didn't work at all. I'm going to try again. So it's always fun.
This one just fell together.
She did say that. Yeah.
This one just, I think I got the idea, and by the end of the day, I had it done. So this is the Wizard Pro Gold Plating Pen, and there are different versions of this. I want to make that clear that there's the Wizard 2, I think, and there's one that plugs in, and there's one this one is a rechargeable, and this is the Cadillac. But there are some reasons I like this one over the less expensive models, and mostly that has to do with the ability to adjust the voltage, and I will get into that more later in the video.
And listen to what Pam tells you. She knows, and the link is in there for Cool Tools for the exact one she's showing us, just so you know.
And for everything that I used to make these absolutely adorable little earrings.
Mm-hmm.
I love they're holiday earrings that have a little class to them. They're not just kitschy.
Yeah.
And I love the texture and the way I was able to do the stars and just make something that I thought was really special.
The stars are real gold on there. That's what you didn't just say. I mean, you're putting on gold.
The gold is that was done with the plating pen. So right now nobody can afford solid gold.
Right.
And this is a really economical way of getting gold onto your piece. Real gold. It's
right.
24 karat gold. But just the thinnest amount. So it's just an accent and so you don't have to, sell body parts to be able to afford it.
So think about all of those metal clay pieces that you have made. You can even go back and add a touch of gold, right?
It's not too late. You can always go back and add it. It's
and it
really
gives such a beautiful spark.
So I wanted to just briefly touch on how I made the earrings, and that texture is one of those brand new texture mats from Carol Douglas. That's the Raven texture mat. And I love the swirly back and forth I got to represent the tree. And then I used a finishing touch mold from Cool Tools to do the stars. I gave those earrings a bit of a curve using the Flexi Arch. So they've got a bit of a left to right curve to them, so they're not just flat. And you can see that cone template up there is what I used to cut them out. And they are, all of those tools are available at Cool Tools, and there are links to all of them in the handout. So if you wanted to make this exact pair of earrings, this is how you do it.
I have to brag about you 1 second. You can close your ears if you want, Pam. She invented that little device there. You see the pink that's making the curve? She invented this device so you can have a curve in many different angles, let's say, one that was more longer, something tighter, and you can buy that tool to do that. So you don't have to be going around your house trying to find something that has the exact curve that you're looking for. Yes,
Yeah.
Marianne just said that curve thing is awesome.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
have
called the
one of
Flexi Arch.
arches.
Flexi
the
Arch.
Flexi Arch is
It's called the
fantastic.
Flexi
I
Arch, and
absolutely adore it.
it's really a useful tool.
Yes. Actually, okay, so can we move ahead? Did you say everything you
Yeah,
need?
you can
Okay.
move ahead. I just wanted to make sure I got to talk about how I made the earrings. I
Okay.
think it's pretty self-explanatory from there. So they're all fired, they're all polished, they're all patinaed. It's done except for the gold. And I'm going back and I'm going to clean the stars so that I can gold plate them. I always want to do my gold plating last. I want everything else done before I do the gold plating. It's the last thing I do. And then I'm just kind of speeding this up. And I'm just cleaning those stars with a Q-tip and a little denatured alcohol. If there's any finger oils or soap or anything like that on those stars, your gold plate is not going to go on. So make sure that they're clean. And like I said, you could do any piece. You just go back and clean them like this. And here's the Wizard Pro. And it's got this little button. It's rechargeable, so there's the charging port, and it's got these replaceable tips. So when they get grungy, you just replace it with a clean one, and it comes with a couple, and then you can buy more replacement tips from Cool Tools. And then it's got the when you press down, you can see what the voltage is. Now, different metals are going to have different voltages, so you can buy rose gold, you can buy 24 karat gold, you can buy nickel. There's all these different metals and they all apply at different voltages. 24 karat gold goes on between 4 and 5 volts. And that's why I like this Pro, that I can adjust it. It's not just fixed to one voltage and you have to make do. You do have to clip it with this alligator clip, and that's what creates the connection that's going to allow the gold plating to happen. It's the electrical circuit that you're going to create. And this is the gold fluid. Now, I need to tell you that when I get low on the fluid, I just dump my old fluid into the new fluid. So after a while, it looks like this sludge. But when you buy a fresh jar of this stuff, it's going to be clear and light blue. So when you first get it and it doesn't look like this, don't freak out. It's the clear light blue stuff is going to work just fine. This is just old. And it goes a long way. It's expensive, but I think I'm only on my second or third jar, and I've been doing this for years and years and years. You must hold the button down while you're plating. If you don't hold the button down, it's not going to plate. So you can see the light going on and off. So I'm not holding the button down. And then when I start plating, I hold the button down. And I just dipping that tip into the solution. And then I hold the button down and I'm rubbing and the gold is going on. This is really, and it's very thin, be aware that it's not a thick application of gold. I can go over it several times. I would not use it on something that's going to take a lot of wear and tear. Like if I was going to put gold on a ring or a bracelet, this isn't how I do it because it's going to wear off too quick, right? So you want to do it on something that's not going to take a lot of wear. A pair of earrings are not going to get a lot of rubbing. Inside of shadow boxes, I do like little butterflies and things inside of shadow boxes. It's a nice protected area. It's going to stay really well. But take that into mind. And I'm just soaking that tip. And I don't want it dripping. I just want it wet.
How long does a tip last? Yeah.
I tend to use them for a project. Like I made several pairs of these earrings. And then the next time I come to use the tool again, it's usually kind of grody and I'll take it out and put a new one in.
Okay.
They're cheap. The little tips don't cost much. So now it is an acid. You'll notice I'm wearing gloves. You should be wearing gloves while you're doing this.
Absolutely. And this is cyanide free, just to let everyone know.
It is cyanide free. There's no cyanide in it. But that water has baking soda in it to neutralize the acid. So I do neutralize this after I'm done. And there
Beautiful.
you go. So, and then I think I have one last picture that shows them all finished. And so here's how they turned out.
Stunning.
And it's so easy. I mean, it's just the easiest thing. And you can have a controlled application. So if you're trying to get some high points in a design or a specific part of a design, this is a very controlled way to do it.
Mm-hmm. No, it's really beautiful. I wonder just if you put it on, I can see a ring it would wear off, but if you had it on a pendant on the outside that's not touching your skin, I bet it would still
So
last
if you
a long
rub
time.
on it, yeah, it would. It would.
Yeah.
It just anything that's going to be rubbing your skin is eventually going to wear off gold
Okay.
plating. And if you're putting it in your jewelry box that's just rattling around and other pieces are rubbing
okay.
against it, you've got to be aware of that.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but it is
Stunning.
24 karat gold.
It makes all the difference in a pop on these kind
Yeah,
of
they
earrings.
just pop. They just
Yeah.
pop.
No, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Krista wanted to know, can you recycle the gold off the tips?
I would think so. If you'd asked me a few years ago, I probably said it wasn't worth it. But nowadays,
Yeah.
probably worth putting into your gold scrap bin.
Yeah. And Amy wants to know, can you add more layers?
You
keep
can.
going. Okay.
You can add to it. Another thing you can do if you want to get your gold to adhere even stronger is you can put a layer of nickel down first. They make nickel solutions, and if you plate that silver with nickel and then put the gold over the nickel, it actually stays better and goes on smoother.
So that would be another little jar of something that you
Right,
put down
and
first.
it is another little jar of solution, and the nickel goes on at like 7 to 8
Okay.
volts.
Okay.
So this is why I like having the Pro, where you can adjust the
Adjust it.
voltage, because they do go on at different voltages.
And this is a great question. Caroline just asked, what metals can you use this on?
I've used it on silver and I've used it on nickel. I haven't used it on anything else.
Bronze or anything?
I think that you could probably use it. Well, on bronze, it would be kind of
silly.
Gold on bronze, it would just disappear.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
You need to have some solubility. I believe I have seen people do Kembu on steel, so it makes me wonder if you could do it on steel, but I don't know.
Okay.
I've only actually tried it on nickel and on silver. So
yeah, that makes sense. It wouldn't show up on the other base metals. It'd be
I don't think it would work on copper, but you could try. I haven't tried it. That's all I can say.
Isn't that cool? I mean, a gold plating pen.
You know, if you're thinking about holiday gifts, those went together in an hour. I mean, it was so fast to make.
Yeah. And yet they look so amazing. It really is pretty. The stars added so much.
And I just love that raven texture in the background. That
beautiful.
Really made it.
Yeah, that's perfect for making the tree. Those came together great. All right, so everyone, remember, classes to learn more. I Love Tools gives you 30% off at CraftCast. The same code gives you free shipping in US over at Cool Tools. We try to make it all fun shopping for right now because we know how we want to have everything and learn everything. So thank you, Pam, for that adorable project and for getting us all like, I want a gold pen now.
It's fun.
All right, who do we have next? Oh, look who we have next here, Miss Mags. All right, I want to show.
Gotta wake up, huh?
Okay, wake up. Now, I said to Mags, what do you want to show? And of course, she's like, what if I show the 3D printer, the bamboo? And I said, that's perfect because we've come a long way since that first Silhouette 3D printer that we talked about.
Oh yeah,
forever ago.
Yeah.
And so this is great, but now I just want to show off a few of Mag's classes because this is fantastic. This is just recently. Video tutorial is available. Mag shows how to do a faux enameling with polymer clay using great textures, how to add that great silver powder that looks around. Oh, I'm not wearing my flower. Oh, I'm wearing this flowers. Take a look at this class. It's stunning, stunning, stunning. Then just the other day, she showed us all how to make these freaking gingerbread houses. They're not gingerbread. That's polymer clay. I'm just saying. And here's the thing. You can also buy in your Etsy shop, right? It is.
Yes.
Okay. In Mags's Etsy shop, if you look closely, no, those are not real Necco wafers, but now Mags sells the little stamp, so you can put that in there so they look like Necco wafers. She sells the little stamp when you make lifesavers so that the Lifesaver imprint comes up, and an M&M stamp. So those candies look real. And I keep telling Mags, why not a whole candy necklace? Those are so good. This class will blow your mind. She shows how to light them up at night. I mean, and I don't know about everyone listening, but I've made gingerbread houses before. They don't come out so great. Pieces fall off, and then you never want to eat them. And you certainly don't want to save. Well, you can't really save them to the following year. Mm-hmm. So unless you're on that channel that I saw last night of the gingerbread contest on the cooking channel, forget saving those. These you can just pack up and save every year, and they look 100% real. Just saying. So enjoy that. Wait, let me go backwards before you start. Liz wants to know, can gold be plated on white bronze? Do we know anything about that?
Well, Gabby was telling me that the only thing she hasn't been able to gold plate is aluminum. She says it works on almost every
there's
metal.
Gabby right there. She says yes.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. We love that. So Mags is going to show us now how, well, this, you'll see, blows my mind, this 3D printer and how to make the cookie cutters.
So I broke down and got one of these bamboo 3D printers because of Cynthia Tenapple showing me some of the stuff that she had gotten. And it is so far removed from the Alta that we played around with for years ago.
Yeah.
This thing is easy to set up. It works great. I love it, love it, love it. What I'm showing you here is how you can use this app online called CookieCAD. And you can design your pieces in the Silhouette software and then upload it into CookieCAD as a JPEG, and it will make the cookie for you, the cookie cutter for you. And this is a CookieCAD imprint and cutter all in one piece.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And it makes it so easy. Because I know the Silhouette software, I can just automatically make pretty much any kind of cutter I want to make with not having to learn any new software at all. This is very easy to set up. It gives you a couple of blades so that you can have reinforced strength on them. I didn't want to sell any unless I thought they really would take the abuse, and I put them through the test, and I'm really happy with the way they're working. It runs so easy. It does its own calibration.
It's a great printer. I've used it too. Yeah.
Yeah, you've used it at your makerspace at the library, right?
Yep.
It's easy to load and unload filament. It has an app that you can watch it from wherever you are and make sure that everything is going okay. Sometimes it will, if it starts to run out of filament, it will send you a notice. I've had all kinds of great successes with it, and only a few little things here and there where I've had an issue with, like, it not printing on the plate and starting to print in the air. One morning I came down and there was filament all over the place. Yep. That's one out of probably 300 times that I've used it since I got it.
It's a heated plate too, right?
It's a heated plate.
That's important.
It's a removable plate. You can change the plate. Nothing really sticks to it so far. I haven't had any problems with it not sticking or with it sticking too much. Everything pretty much just pops off. There are so many STL files out there these days. You really don't need to learn any software until you're really comfortable with running the machine. I mean, there's free STLs. You can buy STLs.
That's just the file format that you use for 3D printed STLs. And it's so much easier these days. The link for this printer is also in your handout.
Right.
If you want
to check it out. This is the A1, not the A1 Mini. So I went a little bit higher. Because it's got that 10-inch plate versus I think the Mini is only 7 inches.
I think the Mini is our link because that was readily available everywhere.
We've got both.
We've got both. Okay, thank you.
So currently right now the A1 is on sale for $279, and the mini is on sale for $199. If you are going to do cutters for either metal clay or polymer clay, I would suggest you use
Or cookie dough.
Or cookie dough. They have a PLA Tough Plus filament, and that definitely works much better than just the plain PLA.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's a little bit, it's stronger. It leaves a good cut edge. You don't have to go thick on this. That's really the key, is not having a thick cutter. And the for Silhouette Studio software, if you don't have it already, you do need the business edition to save it as a JPEG. But that's almost always on sale at Swing Design, which you have the links, and I think it's $49.99 right now.
It's a great, that software they did is great because you can use it for so many things.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so I have 3 different sizes of the gingerbread men that are up on my Etsy site, but here I am playing with the gingerbread, and that was the texture sheet I used on all of the houses, and it gives you just a really nice cut edge on it. I really have had less problems with this than some of the ones I've actually bought from people who this is their business. I think I saw something about the 2mm head. I did get that extra head, but I haven't played with it yet. I got actually there's a 2 and a 6, I think, that I got. I've done all of this with just the four.
Too cute for words.
Yeah.
Renee, are you using cornstarch?
I am using corn. Yes, definitely. You would definitely want there are 2 things you want to do if you're going to do cutters with polymer clay. You want to put the clay down, roll it down on either a ceramic tile or glass, something that it's going to stick to really well, and then use the cornstarch. That's a little puff that I have that I use, and then I also dip the cutter into a little bit of cornstarch, but I found that that's not necessary to get a good. It's okay if you just cover the clay with the cornstarch, and it doesn't make a difference if whether you cornstarch the actual cutter itself.
I love it. Those gingerbreads, they look so real. They do look like it could take a little bite out. We have to take a little bite out of someone's foot there. So
yes, you could use it on metal clay as well.
Yeah. And I love that. What was it called? Cookie CAD?
Cookie CAD.
That's crazy.
It's a great little site. It really is. And they've actually, I used them back when we were doing the Alta a little bit. Mm-hmm. And they've grown so much now. You can do a subscription type pro thing that gives you a few other settings to play around with, but I haven't found I haven't found that you really need it. And you do need to play around a little bit with your settings on the there's sites all over the place on how to set up your actual settings on the 3D printer.
Okay.
But that's easy enough. And like I said, this PLA Tough Plus that Bamboo Lab sells, I found really makes a huge difference.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you heard it from the source there, people. Isn't that fun? Just making your own cookie cutters and all of that. I love it. And definitely check out Mags's class that we just did. I don't know. It seems like we were doing it this morning or something. It's still fresh in my
I think it was last week.
It was last week.
Just last week, yeah.
And you will not believe how many fun things you could make out of polymer clay. And if you're never done polymer clay, I think this is a great way to play because you're making
you do some really basic stuff that you don't have to. Yeah, there's a few canes in there, but they're very basic.
And the results fabulous.
Yeah.
When she started making gumdrops and they look so real, I was like, are you kidding me? So too much fun. All right. Thank you, Mags, for sharing the printer with everyone. Welcome. I also agree. I think it's a great printer. I've used it many times at my makerspace and love it. So now what do we have next? But Miss Shelley's going to show us about resin. Now, here's the thing too that Shelley said about resin. Wait, let me get to her picture here. There she is. And let me show a few of the classes. Shelley is our guru on resin. She knows this is for her upcoming class, which is next Saturday. Definitely check this out. There's a lot more pictures added to this purchase page as well. But she's showing layering and collaging. You'll see in her video what she's going to show that you can do. It's crazy, all the different possibilities. This is also one of her classes where she shows how to make, and she'll tell you exactly what flakes to buy. What's the proper name that I'm supposed to say, Shelley, for those flakes?
Color shifting flakes.
Thank you.
I prefer. Yep.
What do you
I love them
prefer?
from Jet Age Studio.
Jet Age Studio.
Jet Age Studio.
And they're fantastic. Links in the handout. She is the resin queen. Does everyone have the handout, or does anyone need it? I said, Monica, she said she's having something like a sugar high, a tool high. I know.
We all feel it.
We do. We
We're
all feel
all
the same
there
way.
with you. We're
We
all
are.
there with you.
And if we had a little gingerbread to actually eat right now, that would complete it.
Yeah.
So this is another one of Shelley's resin class. I mean, it's just crazy, stunning results. You have to take a look. So now, this is great that Shelley said, I'm going to talk about the different resins and sort of explain them. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So thank you, Shelley, for doing that.
All right, thank you. So these are the 4 products that I use all the time, and I wanted to explain them a little bit. So you can go ahead and roll the video.
Okay, and all those labels, I know they all look sort of familiar to all of us, right? We've seen them around, and we don't know what they do.
The links are in the handout. Okay, this is the Bread and Butter UV resin. I like this brand, SANAAA. Brand specifically. It cures very hard in 90 seconds. And so when you're looking for a resin, this is the one that's a little bit thinner. It's just a standard workhorse kind of UV resin. There are many different brands, but this one cures hard and it's very clear.
Okay.
So that's why I prefer it. And if you move ahead in the video, I'll show you how it's what it's like. So I use this kind of resin to protect the color shifting powders and flakes, so that they're they won't come off. And so in this kind of resin, this regular hard resin, you want to be able to choose one that you can pull to the edge easily, and it's going to stay right at the edge. It doesn't creep back away, and it's not so fluid that it flows over. You get a little bit of a really glassy look, and that you cure for 90 seconds under your UV cure light, and then it's ready to go. This kind is good for thin layers, and I use thin layers. You'll see on the other side of this pendant.
Wait, I'm pausing. Look how pretty that is.
Wow.
Right?
Oh, thank you. So this is in the class that we'll have next Saturday, but this kind of resin I use to build up many thin layers. So that's so
you can keep adding different things.
So you can keep building up. So make like a 3-dimensional collage that you put these leaf shapes in, and then drawing with the pen in it, and then covering the pen with resin. So that's why you need a resin that makes thin layers. Then the next one is to go over the top. There's another UV resin that I can't live without. This is UV dip resin. And if you could hold the video right there. I'm showing CRAFTCAST brand, but it's not always available. So don't tie yourself into a specific brand, but you do need to get the dip resin type, UV dip resin, because this is much more viscous, thicker, like cold syrup or cold honey. And you can go ahead and roll so that you can see how this is a very different product. It is great to do the finishing coat that makes this look like a beautiful piece of glass.
It really does. It really does. I mean, it's great.
So on this pendant, I'm showing you that recommend using a brush. And this first layer is just to coat the entire surface. You'll be adding more to it later to get that really glassy dome. But it is viscous enough that you can use your brush to coat the sides of your pendant and make sure that the sides and the angle where the top and the side meet. So you get a nice curve there. Now, after I've coated the entire piece, I'm coming back with more to carefully spread over the top and give that glassy dome to it. And it is self-leveling. You need to give it just a moment and then cure it for 30 seconds, and under your cure light, rotate the tile a little bit each time so that you cure it from all sides.
I'm holding here in 1 sec. We just want to see the top again, and we'll take a question. I mean, look at that beauty. And what you said, when we were going over this, I found that I had some in my closet, of course, and then I took something I learned from Patrick when we did rings and put concrete in there. I did exactly what you said, and it looks like glass is on top of that ring now over the you don't know it's concrete. It just looks like a great shiny surface under there. But it's amazing, Shelley, how glass-like it looks.
It really does. And it magnifies. So the dome shape that you can get, a really nice high dome with this dip resin, it magnifies the sparkle and the detail and any bubbles. So you've got to be careful.
Okay. All right. So quick questions here. You got to be careful to get rid of your bubbles is what you were going to say, right? Or else they'll look bigger.
Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't see in the chat what the question.
Oh, I'll tell you. It's okay.
Okay.
One of them, I'm not sure if it's in the handout, your favorite UV light. Do you have a favorite?
No, I don't have a favorite. I have a workhorse. I think it's by Sun, and I know that you can see one very similar on Cool Tools.
They
sell
one.
it.
Yes, they do.
Look for something $35 that has kind of a dome and has like the 4 different buttons. So you have a 99-second, 60-second, 30-second, 10-second automatic setting.
Right.
But yes,
they're pretty much standard otherwise.
They are, and they will last a long, long time, even if they are dropped. And ask me how I know this.
Yeah.
But they, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and I'll show you another cure light in just a moment.
Well, let's take one more question. Bonnie wants to know, do you think this would work to preserve flame painted metals?
I would recommend asking Pam East. What does she think? No.
We're all watching Pam shake her head. No.
So the thing with flame painted with the iridescence that you get on copper when you flame paint it, that is a function of physics, not chemistry. It's how the light is reacting with the surface. And the minute you put a coating over that surface, you are changing the way it reflects the light. And I have a feeling it would just kill the iridescence.
Yes.
Yeah. You got to test there, figure out something.
I volunteer to give it a try, and I will report back to you all next time. But I expect Pam is right, because in building up the layers of resin with the color shifting powders inside, you do need to be very careful about the optical qualities, especially if you're trying to capture a texture. I did a class called Texture and Transform, and unless you coat the texture with a color shifting powder or pigment, it disappears.
Yeah.
So
check out all of Shelley's classes, because she goes through everything of how to make all this. She literally is the resin queen at this point, with all the colors to show us how to do this and which colors to use. So and we all love that butterfly. It is beautiful. And yes, that UV light, it is the same light used for nails. Yep, it's the same thing. So, yep, no worries.
Yes, exactly the same.
Yep. All right. So now I know we all love this butterfly. That's coming up in the next class.
The way I clean the brush is I put it in, just soak it in rubbing alcohol. I just put my brushes in there overnight and then wash them with soap and water the next morning, and they're
pretty
fresh,
good.
ready to go.
There you go.
I have a little cup that I have dedicated to it, so don't just pull something out of your cabinet and then drink out of it later. Just have a little shot glass or something that you reserve for cleaning your brushes and rubbing alcohol.
Exactly.
All right, so that they're soft and fresh to be used the next time. All right, so this next one, the next two are actually adhesives that are used in different ways. And this is straight out of nail art. This is called nail foil glue. And it's so good. This works really, really well to make a surface sticky.
And you're not talking about your nails. You're talking about what we're doing. So,
well, unfortunately, I don't do anything on my nails, but I do make jewelry with it.
Right, exactly.
And I'm inspired by nail artists. They have so many wonderful things that we can use in jewelry. So I'm brushing on the nail foil glue, and this is not sticky right out of the bottle. You brush it on, and then you can use the brush that's included. It gets in all the details. Then it gets sticky when you cure it under the cure light. So 60 to 90 seconds, and now that's a sticky, gluey surface. And these opal flakes are called Amazon opal, and I just love these flakes. And the glue holds them very strong. They hold them right in place, and I tap them on with a brush. And I wanted to show Bellini because orange is my favorite color, but this is shifts, and it looks like it's green, right? You don't see the orange unless you tip it. And that nail foil glue is the perfect to hold those in place. All right, now this is my final product. It's UV resin glue. This is actual glue. It's by Let's Resin, and this is one that this specific brand I really like.
Okay.
Let's Resin UV resin glue, and it comes with that little mini flashlight. Okay, so say you have something that popped off and you need to glue it back down. And this is a nice, strong glue that is UV set. And this doesn't happen every day, but you do want to save your projects. And sometimes just a little dab of this on, and we spread it out with my little resin tool. And because it is UV cured, you have to use it only in a situation where light can get to that surface. So two opaque surfaces together, it's not going to work. But look at that darling flashlight, okay, a little mini torch. That's a UV light. I use that little light all the time, and I'm just showing that it is completely cured, very hard, and that is not going to pop off again. I domed it with resin. The one on the left, I just left it glossy, and the one on the right, I sanded to make it look frosted with 800 grit sandpaper. So you could even anything from 400 up to like 1200 grit sandpaper gives you that frosted look. All right, and hope you all have lots of fun.
We just went down. I'm sorry, we all just went down another rabbit hole with resins. Just come take any of Miss Shelley's classes this Saturday. It'll blow you away. Possibilities to how to add color to everything. And set it, make gems, set it in your metal clay afterwards. There's so many different possibilities with this. So thank you, Shelley, for explaining the different ones to us.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. Okay, who's excited to try something and learn something? Write that coupon code down. It's good till whatever I said, I think the 23rd, 23rd. It's written on the website. AL Tools. Enjoy. It's going to be fun. Also, not AL Tools, IL Tools. IL Tools over at Cool Tools will get free shipping in the U.S. So yes, you do. Got to go shopping. Exactly. I know. The handout, let's put the handout in one more time. I can grab it, Misty. I think I have it right here. Just know if you want to rewatch everything again, depending on how you showed up here, it'll either be in your library at craftcast.com, or you can drop it in there. I just want to close with showing you a few more things of up and coming classes, just because. Let's add sugar on top. That's coming up with Emma Gordon. She's doing the hair gazing at the moon necklace in metal clay.
Cool.
I know, fantastic class,
Gosh.
right? I know, love. And then also coming up is Janelle Stevens is showing how to make these metal clay rings with that crushed stone inset. I know.
Ah.
Yeah. And then coming up is also Wendy Moore from Australia is showing how to make, I just freaking love these too, how to make these earrings. She calls these being stamped and marked, almost meditation doing this kind of work. I love what she does. I love what she does in Nepal with all the women there who are making beautiful polymer clay necklaces. But this pattern work of making stamps and marking in metal clay, another direction to take. Love, love,
She
love
is
that.
so good.
She's good. I mean, really good with her style of doing that. And then Annette Kramer is coming on to show O'Keeffe inspired polymer clay.
Nice.
I mean, really pretty as well. So I think I have
Great
one more.
textures there.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, and those little earrings are fantastic. How she does them and how they look on. I'm just letting you know.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're so pretty. And then Lynn Ure is doing this, we're calling it Mondrian inspired polymer clay lariats. I mean, so graphics.
They're cool.
Very
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
How fun.
Right? Just so
Lots
fun.
of fun.
Love them. So make sure you have written down your IL Tools code. Come over and enjoy some classes, stock up, and make sure you go over to Cool Tools with all the links and use the same code to get free shipping in the US to the end of the month. And with that, I can jingle some bells and hope that you're on Santa's good list and not his naughty list, is all I can say. So thank you for coming on. Let's round of applause for these amazing teachers who come on and show us all of this. I adore them. They are the best. They share from the bottom of their heart. And I love it. So, and thank all of you for coming on. Oh, we love all our applause floating through. Do you guys see the little hearts and the applause?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you,
It's so
everyone.
nice.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Have
everyone.
a wonderful
you.
holiday.
Have a wonderful holiday.
Thanks,
If we don't
everybody.
talk to you soon. And any questions, just come over to support at
I
crafthouse.com.
have a question.
Yes, darling.
Did you talk about your holiday bundle?
No, thank you. Why don't you? I forgot.
Oh,
There's a
that's
holiday.
amazing.
There's
there
a
was so
holiday
much in that
bundle. Thank God I have people reminding me. You'll see it over at
If Misty can
craftcast.com.
throw in a
Join the
link.
link.
There's a really good bundle that has all different kinds of holiday projects in
Thank
it.
you, Pam.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
And
so you can just get them all.
You can get them all, which is really
Yeah.
you don't get a discount on that because it's already heavily discounted.
It's heavily discounted.
Yeah.
But because you get a ton of projects in
Yes,
these in the big tutorial bundle.
You can stay in your studio from at least 2 weeks and just make and play and just have someone bring food in for you. And that's all you need. Yeah. Just get food delivered. So thank you, Pam, for bringing that up. I really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
So enjoy, everyone. Thank you for coming on again. Support at craftcast.com. Any questions? And we hope to see you online again real soon. Come on this Saturday.
Thank you, Allison.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.